Hello everyone, Lenny Pinna here. Welcome to the second dramatic reading of one of my one-act plays. This play, Today's Fashions, was written in 1985 when I was 26 years old living in New York City. This was the second play that I wrote after the first play, A To Do Today, which Ecclesia presented previously, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. The impetus for this play, Today's Fashions, was a mysterious occurrence when I was on my way to work one day, and I'm going to tell you about that after the play. So we now begin. Setting: a small designer shop for women. Time: November 1st, mid-morning. Liz, a fashion designer, looks about her store for a moment and then glances at her wristwatch. Since there are no customers at the moment, she decides to make a quick telephone call. While beginning to press the buttons, she notices someone looking through the store window. A young woman looking through the window at the mannequin on display. Handles of a double baby stroller can be seen. Liz stops pressing buttons and watches for a moment in quiet fascination. Thinking the woman will not enter the store, she presses the final buttons, continuing to observe the young woman.
Yes, is Andrew available at the moment? Sure.
Liz picks up her compact, applies a little powder, then a little lipstick. She fingers her hair slightly. She glances back at the window, becoming more fascinated by the young woman who continues to stare through the window. For a moment, the two seem to catch eyes. The young woman begins to move. It appears that she will pass on her way, but suddenly she is seen at the front door. She tries pulling the door to no avail, then tries pushing it. Liz reaches beneath the desk to press the buzzer. The door swings open rather widely and suddenly due to the young woman's pushing. The young woman backs into the store with the stroller. She is rather nondescript, plain, with longish, lifeless hair. Her clothing fits somewhere between thrift shop and trendy. We can now see her maneuvering a double collapsible canvas baby stroller with side-by-side seats. Without noticing the environment very much, the young woman moves rather directly to the mannequin on display in the window. There is a young infant apparently asleep on one side of the stroller. The other side is empty.
Hello, Andrew. I'm sorry. I'll have to call you back. I've got a customer right now. But it is important. Call you back. Bye.
Liz puts away her makeup.
So what do you think?
About?
The clothing. In the window.
Oh, I thought you meant your clothes.
Well, they're really the same.
Not at all. Yours are much prettier.
Thank you. But I designed both outfits. Actually, everything you see here.
You made all these?
I designed them. I did have some help making them.
Someone else did the work?
Yes. My assistant helped.
A girl?
Pardon?
Is your assistant a girl?
Yes, a woman.
What's her name?
Jackie. She just stepped out. Do you know her?
Isn't that a man's name?
Jackie? It's Jacqueline.
I'm Mary.
Oh, hi.
What's your name?
Liz. Same as my store, except I used Lizbeth. I don't want to be confused with Liz Claiborne. Although if you look at the clothes,
Who?
Liz Claiborne. Liz Clark. I'm Liz Clark. You know, Goodyear, Goodrich.
Oh, I know how to sew.
Ah, look how cute. Ooh, asleep. She's dressed so adorably.
It's a he.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's so hard to tell these days. I mean, I've always had a difficult time as it is when they're babies. But at least they used to be color-coded. Pink and blue. I mean, nowadays, anything goes. I mean, I should know. I've had men come into the store interested in my clothing. In fact, I did sell a lady's sweater to one man. It had a predominant mauve cast to it, accented by tiny fuchsia threads in the ribbing and a little suede belt at the waist. Really darling. Well, it was similar to this one. Of course, he wasn't what you'd call a typical man. I mean, he wasn't macho by any means. He was pretty, you know. Like I said, anything goes these days. I'm sure you've noticed.
Well, I don't really think.
I see you have one of those new double strollers. They make everything so convenient these days, don't they? Where's your other child?
What?
Your other child?
She died.
I'm sorry.
Yes, that's why I have a double stroller.
How did she?
At birth, I already had the stroller.
Must have been painful for you after carrying full terminal. I can't imagine.
It was.
They were twins then?
Yes, identical. You couldn't tell them apart.
Oh, I thought it was a girl that died.
It was.
They were fraternal twins then.
What?
Fraternal?
I'm not sure.
If one was a boy and one was a girl, they were fraternal twins. I believe I've never heard of.
All I know is that you couldn't tell them apart.
But one was a boy and one was a girl.
Except for that.
May I ask why you would want to push around a vacant stroller?
I guess for shopping?
Do they come apart?
I don't know. I never tried it.
They don't appear to.
I didn't think so.
Doesn't it keep reminding you of the other one?
No. Well, yeah, but it's a good reminder to have. You know, you have a little angel up in heaven.
That's a comforting way to look at it.
Well, it was fun. I'm gonna go now.
Was there anything in particular you were looking for?
No. Well, yeah. Can I try on your clothes?
Could you?
Can I?
These?
Those.
Oh.
You said those were your clothes, didn't you?
Well, yes. I'm just surprised. I thought you didn't care for these.
I never said that.
You thought what I was wearing is prettier.
They are, but you're wearing them.
But those are for display.
So I can't put them on either?
I have something very similar over here in Rust.
But
Rust is in for fall. See, the skirts are identical. Just the tops are made different.
I don't think so.
You prefer blue, don't you?
I better go.
Can I show you anything else?
I'll look somewhere else.
Look, I'll dismantle her. If you give me a few minutes,
Her?
it's not a problem. I mean, what am I here for if not to accommodate, right?
Do you have any little boys' clothes?
Nah, I don't design for children.
Too bad.
Don't you want to try this on? Wait. Let's. I have a little angel in heaven.
You do?
I think.
Really? What was it, a boy?
I don't remember.
Is something wrong? I didn't mean...
No, you didn't do anything.
Why are you... It was a boy, wasn't it?
My little angel in heaven might not look like a little angel.
Of course he does. They all look alike.
I'm not sure my second one will either.
You have two?
You know, I saw you looking in the window.
I only came in to look, I swear.
I know. I was hoping you would because, well, this might sound strange, but when I saw you with the stroller, I thought you might mean something. I mean, I wanted to see what it would look like to be like a mother and a child looking at my clothes. I was sort of projecting myself in you. I know I'm not making any sense. Only Andrew would know what I'm talking about. You see, I have another little angel under this big bulky sweater.
How could you have that?
I'm pregnant.
Well, that's not an angel. It has to die to be an angel.
That's the decision I have to make. Again.
No, don't do that. Look, I'm sorry. I made it up about the dead
What?
baby. I didn't mean to get you all upset. It was the first thing that came to my mind.
How can you lie about something like that? Why would you?
I thought you wouldn't ask me any more questions.
I was just trying to make conversation.
I was embarrassed.
Why were you embarrassed? I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. Just because I took your little boy for a girl, I told you it was the clothes that confused me. That was no reason for you to be... I'm the one who should have been embarrassed. I was embarrassed.
It was your clothes.
So you don't like everything I design. Everything doesn't appeal to everyone. That's why fashions are so diverse. It's still not a reason to lie like that.
I like your clothes. I just can't afford them.
Oh, well, if you can't afford something, then you shouldn't. I know what it's like. I've been there. I'm still there. You think I would be wearing these clothes if I didn't design them myself? I'm just breaking ground. This is a major step, this store. It's only been open a month.
You look like you're doing real well for yourself.
Yes, well, I'm not scraping by. See, that's the point I'm at with this baby. I mean, it's a sacrifice to have a child. You know what it's like. I don't know if I'm ready for that adjustment. I'm just getting started in my business. I've got to give it a chance. I see how you sacrifice for your child. He's dressed so nice. A new stroller, a double stroller, no less. Why do you have a double stroller?
What do you mean?
Wouldn't one be enough? It would have been cheaper, wouldn't it?
I guess?
If it's not for the other child you conjured up, and apparently it's not for shopping.
I got it at the Goodwill. It's the only one they had. I didn't want to tell you. You're wearing those expensive clothes and you own the store and everything. I was ashamed to tell you.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. You should be proud. You're doing the best you can.
That's where I got the kids' clothes too. That's why you dressed in pink.
Really? You have good taste. You picked up some of the quality merchandise. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Not at you. I meant, I didn't realize they had such new merchandise. I thought everything was mostly secondhand. But that's in too these days, you know? Many people wear thrift shop clothes, although your son's outfit looks brand new. So does the stroller.
Thank you.
Believe it or not, that's one of the reasons I like to have this baby. I love to dress it up. Especially a girl. I could design little outfits for her. Who knows? It could open up a whole new line of work for me. Maybe this is the creative breakthrough I've been sensing.
What's wrong with boys?
Nothing at all. Except it might not be good to raise a boy in this kind of environment, in the fashion industry. Most guys in this field turn out, not that I don't like gay men. I have many gay friends and competitors. But when it's your own, you want,
What does your husband do?
I'm not married. Divorced.
How come?
He turned out to be the perfect example of a man in fashion.
I'm not married either.
Oh, you really are to be commended.
How old are you?
That's the other reason I thought I should go through with the baby. I am over 30. Someday, I might want one and not be able to have one.
I can't have any.
No? But I thought...
Any more.
What happened? Did you have complications with your first?
An accident.
A car accident?
A personal accident. When I was a teenager, I was left damaged for life.
But are you... How old... How did you have your son? He is your son, isn't he? You're not lying to me again.
I didn't want to tell you. I adopted him because I could never really have my own.
I hate to say this, but somehow I don't believe that. You're not married. You don't have much money.
Who doesn't?
You don't. You said so yourself. But what should that matter?
That's because I didn't really adopt him. I just pretended I adopted him.
Oh, sure. Why not?
I just pretended I adopted him from a lady I work for who has lots of money. I take him for walks all the time and I tell everyone he's mine.
But you are lying. Don't you realize that? You are lying.
I'm not hurting anyone.
Yes, you are. You're hurting yourself.
So? You're hurting yourself. You lie to yourself, saying you want a baby when you really don't.
I'd
want your baby. Give it to me if you don't want it. I'll take it. With all the nice clothes, I'll take it. I'll take your whole store. I'll take your whole life if you don't want it. I'll take this little angel just like I took this one.
You stole that baby?
No, it's mine.
Did you steal that baby?
No, I'm pretending.
You stole him. Admit it.
It's not a him, it's a her. I wanted a him. I wanted a boy.
Oh my God, you stole that baby.
So you killed yours.
Oh my God. What do I do? What do I do? What?
Have your baby.
Just shut up about my baby.
Why don't you take this one? You want a girl.
Are you crazy? You're crazy.
Why? And then if you have a boy, I can take the boy.
Why am I talking to you? I'm calling the police.
What for?
To lock you up.
We're not going to care. It's mine. I can do what I want with it.
I'm not talking to you. I'm calling the police.
Well, if you don't want her, I'll just find someone else.
What are you doing? You keep away from that baby.
What? Do you want me to just leave her here?
Yes, you just leave her alone.
Fine. Whatever you say. You be good for her.
Hey, you Mary.
I'm not Mary. I'm not a virgin.
I don't care who you are. Where do you think you're going?
Home to my little angel.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, you can keep the stroller. You'll need it for your other one. I hope it's a boy.
Frightened and in shock, Liz is unable to speak. She hangs up the telephone, stumbles to the door, and looks out the window. The young woman is gone. Liz looks back at the stroller. She quickly locks the door and turns the sign to closed. She makes her way to the stroller and reaches down to pick up the baby. Her eyes widen and her mouth drops. She picks up and holds a lifeless baby doll in mid-air. A rush of emotions takes over Liz. Tears begin to pour. Liz brings the baby doll close to her, clutching it like a real baby. Liz slowly sinks to the floor. Lost in a trance, Liz rocks herself, cradling the baby doll as the lights fade to black. End of play. Well, thank you for joining Ecclesia once again for this reading. I will now tell you what the impetus of this play was. I was walking to work. I had a waiter job on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, and I was standing on a corner, and across the street on another corner was a woman with a double stroller, and there was one baby in it. And I thought, So anyway, I walk maybe 2 or 3 more blocks, and I'm near work, and I'm in the crosswalks as another woman with a double stroller with one baby in it is crossing with me in opposition. And so my mind inside said, where's your other child? And I heard, like in my mind, she died. I was so mysteriously compelled by that when I went to work, I started writing down immediately 4 lines starting with, where's your other child? And so I went home after work, and the play just sort of wrote itself. I could almost hear these voices go right through my hand, right onto the paper. I wrote it on paper first. So anyway, I will look forward to your comments and feedback and whatever you have to say. And I really appreciate you participating once again. I have to thank Bonnie Diczhazy and Zoe Diczhazy for taking on these roles. Please.
And thank you so much for joining Ecclesia Arts with another production. We'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.